Hey guys, so Chris from Parabolic Signals, market update Thursday, August 19th. I am making this video now here because I have realized that some of you guys are looking at this cycle and you guys are probably, because I'm new to showing people these signals, these analysis, that somehow we are going to go out into a massive bull run because the market's running up here a little bit. Now, everything that I want to again show you guys is just analysis. It's not financial advice, but what I can see happening in the markets, some people can't see, where I've been analyzing this data for a long time, and I just want to give you a hint of what I do see. And why is it that I'm not too concerned about this run up? Why I think there will be this sort of gigantic Wyckoff accumulation stage where they will drop the market before there's a bull rally. What that has to do with the institutions, including the big hedge funds that are setting up ETFs, the government setting up regulations, and what that all means for crypto, your portfolio, and how you can benefit from it. If you look at the top here and you look at this bottom here, this was a 364-day cycle. What that means is each candle represents one day. Okay? If you look at this cycle from the bottom to the top, it's 193 days. If you look at this cycle from down here, it's 261 days. This one here is 398 days, almost the same as this period. And right now, the market is suggesting that we've hit a bottom within 97-day cycle and that we are going to finish off a 212-day cycle, kind of like this one, where we have this kind of blow off top. And I have my reservations because what that would suggest is that we are going to go into starting the bull run, and there is no there's no data in the market that suggests that this is going to happen at this very 97-day cycle in order to create some blow off tops. So if you look at a top to a completed bottom, whether 6 is higher than 4, 4 is higher than 2, this whole confluence here between 2000, where are we here, right? The 2017 all the way to 2018, to this point here in June, this June drop, it all kind of just ties together with I would argue to say, and a lot of you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but this is 100% manipulated. This is not the average retail person buying into crypto. And I only know this because barely anybody on the retail side is investing into it. And I believe that this market will be heavily manipulated to the point where they can buy their coins at a very low price again because they saw this run up. Okay, from 4,000 to 64,000. This run up here is what I call, again, the crocodile back. And what I believe will be a true bull run is when they're able to scare you out of their coins so that they can buy it cheaper for themselves. Why? Because they realize that they cannot stop this monster called Bitcoin. People are sick and tired of the printing of the money, the inflation. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and people are just learning about it now. And I'm going to kind of do a deep dive into why this little move here this little move here up to 47,000 has me worried, and that this scenario running up to about 90,000 again, is a lot less likely than this scenario playing out first. Most analysts across the world would have told you that this is Wyckoff accumulation. This is not really a Wyckoff pattern. This does not follow any type of Wyckoff. You could argue to say that this is also a Wyckoff. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you what I see in the charts. And like I said, I could show you guys 100 different data set points. But my biggest mistake to you guys in the group, and I will admit it now first before you guys get any ideas that somehow I'm calling the market incorrectly. First of all, I was telling you guys to ladder in your positions here. Whether you bought here, and this is my big mistake, whether you bought here and we see a waterfall drop and you buy here again, in my opinion, from what I can see in the group, is that a lot of you guys are not professional traders. And for me to risk selling out the top here only to see this bottom again is not a healthy activity from what I can tell in the group. I would love for you guys to profit from this, sell off, wait for a bottom, buy back in, sell off when you reach another top, and watch the market correct. If I look at it from a holistic point of view, from just holistic analytical data, including the stock markets, including the dollar, including the Dow, all of this entire move here points to a drop. And this is what I'm trying to save you guys from. And I'm going to kind of explain it. I'm going to leave out the manipulation for now because some of you guys get all jaded, or you think that this is somehow manufactured just for conspiracy. I'm going to tell you right now, all of these candles are highly manipulated, and one indication you can tell was this weekly cycle that created this enormous drop, this waterfall drop. Same thing from here, another waterfall drop. And when I look at all of the other analytical data out there, including some of the bigger stocks like Apple, gold, or whatever, these waterfall drops are necessary in order for them to accumulate the asset. This is no different in Bitcoin. And so I don't want you guys to be absolutely awestruck that somehow you missed out on these potential gains and that somehow the market is just going to run up here before a drop. I'm not saying that this can't break through it and this can't happen, but it's very, very unlikely, and here's why. The big boys love to make sure that they stay big. That's how big fish work. And for me to suddenly say to you, okay, well, Chris, or for you to say to me in your mind, Chris, this is just how stuff works. Well, I can tell you a lot of people, including big influencers, big time investors, got their asses handed to them on a silver platter with this waterfall drop that they did not see coming. And if you look at this time cycle here, sorry. I'm just gonna show you the time cycle from this point, which was May 10th, to May 20th. It took all of 10 days to create this drop. And I'm gonna show you something else here. This move here from the bottom of the top, do you guys see this? Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna show you guys some things that you guys are not really used to, but that I see, and I just kind of, although I want you guys to just trust me, I also don't want to give out financial advice because I don't want you guys confused about your investments. I can't really use that indication, so I'm just gonna point it out with my mouse. This is a bottom here, this is a bottom here, this is a bottom here, okay? This is a bottom, this is a bottom, this is a bottom, this is a bottom, this is a bottom. And I believe they will keep creating this whole move here from this point down is where the profits are made, okay? And if I look at this top to this bottom here, it lines up almost perfectly with this $58,000 target. And this has me very worried because let's see here. I believe that at some point they will drop the market so that they can buy your coins cheaper and that you sell off. My mistake was telling you guys what does it really matter if you bought here, 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 you bought here. It wouldn't matter until it came to this top and there was this sell-off period where it scared you out of the market. You sold your coins because you thought Bitcoin was going to go down even further. That is a huge mistake that I made, because if you guys, and I'm telling you, you guys will have opportunities to get into the market. I don't want you to panic. This move that I see coming in Bitcoin, I believe what's going to happen is they're going to, and it doesn't matter if it happens up here or if it happens here. I believe it'll happen here, and that in next year they will announce something that will create some type of regulations that will scare everybody out of crypto into the point where they can buy it up. The regulations take place. The bigger institutions like the ETFs and all the hedge fund guys, CME futures and everybody are going to run this market into oblivion. You can take that for whatever you're worth, but I believe that there's going to be a period of anywhere from 3 to 5 year multi-bull run. And the only way that they're going to create this is because they know that people are not selling off their Bitcoin, is that they drop the markets and that they scare people out of their coins. Because this is accumulation, whether you guys believe it from my analytical professional point of view, or you just say, well, Chris, you told us to sell here and the market ran up. I do not want you guys to be confused about the fact that they can run the markets up here. If you look at this cycle, 200 days, okay? This would complete, but that would suggest that we have already reached a bottom in Bitcoin, and that this 97-day cycle would be the shortest bottom in basically Bitcoin's history, from the top to the bottom. So if we look again, from the top to the bottom, 364 days. From the bottom to the top, 193 days. From the top to the bottom, 261 days. From the bottom to the top, 398 days. From the top to the bottom, 97 days? I highly doubt it. Okay? So, from what I see, there will be a higher low. So if you look here, this is 1, 2, 3. 3 ended up lower. There was this drop. 4, 5, there was this run up to 5. And I believe 6 will be somewhere within this 200-day cycle before they resume this massive bull run. And believe me, there will be a massive bull run. But in order for them to get this run going, I do not see the institutions at this 97-day cycle buying Bitcoin at $100,000. Why? Because it's much more difficult to buy the coin at $100,000 or $90,000 or $100,000 and then drop the market all the way down to these levels again in order to accumulate. So this is like a big W. Sorry, like this, if you look at the wave patterns, I can go into explaining Elliott wave, but right now we're kind of sitting in this triangle. And like I said, guys, don't think that we cannot drop. And absolutely we can, but whether or not you buy at this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, or this point is irrelevant, because we're going to see the market run up a little bit here, okay? And you guys can take profits. I would love to show you the tops and bottoms. From what I can see in the group, a lot of you guys don't know how to professionally trade, and you guys get very edgy when suddenly the coins are spiking like this. This is not a big move, you guys. This is a tiny ass move in the markets. We are in no bull run, and I can safely tell you, even if we get to this point of 58,000, I will tell you to exit the market. It is way too soon for us to see a top and this to be the bottom within 97 days. It would be a miracle for that to play out exactly like that. I'm not saying it can't happen and that the cycle would continue and that we finish off the cycle with a top, okay, with some sort of blow off top. But I'll tell you right now, I do not see that happening, because it's going to take quite a bit of money in the space. And when I see that the stocks are sitting high, the Dow is sitting high, and other, the dollar is rising, there's other confluences that I measure in order to justify whether or not this spike will happen. Okay, it's not just this calculation of the bottom on the yearly cycle. Now, I could go ahead and again explain this in many different ways. But again, I don't want you guys, I'm telling you, I'm still sitting out of the market, and I'm not going to change my analysis, because what I believe is happening is this gigantic Wyckoff accumulation pattern playing out. So again, guys, this is not financial advice. I really do want to show you the bottoms and for you guys to exit at the tops. Okay, this is why I'm doing this. I am out of the market. I'm not going, and I'll tell you, if this situation plays out up here, this is a whole danger zone right here. This is where they get you. This is what a waterfall drop looks like. And I don't know how many of you guys experienced this, but it experienced it three times. It's kind of like in the analytical world, we call it like the bunny hop, the 3-point bunny hop. It goes 1, 2, 3, spike. Okay? So when I see these kind of market moves, I think to myself, if I look at it from, let me just see here. Let's see if I can show out. Yeah. So if I take this bottom here and I run it up into this triangle pattern, this tells me that the Wyckoff, if we break out above here, we could temporarily run up here. But I believe that these institutions, at the time when they decide that they're going to regulate the hell out of everything, that it's going to create a massive sell-off, not because they really worried about the sell-off, but it's because they're looking to make sure that the important people are buying the coin and not just me and you, because me and you are not what matters. The manipulation is very, very real. And so you guys can take this analysis again for whatever it's worth. I still believe that this will play out, and that there will be this gigantic cup and handle form in which they will continually manipulate this market so that they can buy in at a much lower point and control the asset. These guys are very, 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 very intelligent people. These are not stupid people, you guys. that are running these markets. You guys are not creating these candles. The little fish in the sea are not creating these candles. We're just hopping in here. We're hopping in here. We're hopping in here. We're hopping in. We're kind of just joining up into these levels to which they manipulate it. They drop the altcoins 80%. They drop Bitcoin 60%. And you guys are all getting all run up here. Only to the point where they run the markets up and then they drop it on you anyways. But I'm gonna tell you, they're not gonna want to run it up to these levels because it's gonna be a lot more difficult, because now you guys, us, the regular folk in the world, are accumulating the Bitcoin, and it's much more difficult to drop Bitcoin when we are accumulating it with them. Well, the only way that they're going to make sure that they accumulate it properly is to constantly drop the market, sell off their coins so that they can create a bottoming event. These bottoming events are not a joke, you guys. If you guys think in a 1 week cycle, if you guys look at this 1 week cycle from this local top to here is not a planned event, it absolutely won. Why did it stop at exactly $30,000, you guys? Why? It's not a coincidence, you guys. 30,000 exactly? It makes no sense other than 100% manipulation, okay? So please, guys, bear with me. You guys are gonna have to just trust this process. You guys don't have to take it as financial advice. The only mistake that I made was that I don't care whether you guys buy it and hodl it through this entire process. Because at some point, you guys, I want you guys to accumulate the coins like they are doing. I'm just following their moves, okay? I'm just following what they want to do. And so when I look at the stock market sitting extremely high and the Dow sitting extremely high, I am very worried about this drop, you guys. And I will never change that opinion. Never. Because if you look at the stock to flow model, this, that, and the other thing, whatever, analysis some people make up in their mind, we are sitting in an ascending wedge in the S&P 500, and that sucker is ready to break. So if you guys think that within just one, like from here, okay, if you look at this time point at the bottom of the drop, look, all I want you guys to concentrate on is this number. Look at this, you guys. Please. Look at this. Pay attention to this. This can potentially change your life. This bottom to this top. Look at that. Okay? Just be very, very patient. You're going to be extremely rewarded if this whole event, okay? It'll only take one move to retire you. One move. Please, you guys, just trust the process. Do not worry about these dinky little moves here. These are this is nothing. This is a nothing burger move. Okay? Even this, you guys are gonna be, I'm missing out on my whole life. I'm never gonna get into cryptos again. Please do not be worried about these moves. I assure you, even if you accumulate Bitcoin up here and we rally up, you're going to make a ton of money here. Tons of money. Don't worry about whether you're buying Ethereum at 3,000, selling it at 6,000. This is not the move that you guys want to be playing with. Please, you guys. Okay? I'm begging you. These are tiny moves. We are going to look for this leg down before it finally moves up. I'm going to just stop this analysis, but I really wanted you guys to just understand that I look at things from a much longer term perspective. It's how I made my money. It's how I'm going to help you guys make your money. I'm just hoping that you guys trust this process, because you guys are getting very antsy about tiny little moves. There were a lot of guys that bought Bitcoin down here and they sold off up here, not realizing that it would go up here. Okay? So I'm going to show you the bottoms. I'm going to show you the tops. And right now, I am out of the market. That's not going to change. And I don't care if I have to re-enter Bitcoin after 58,000 and run it up to 100,000. I'm still going to make a shit ton of money here. So I'm urging you guys to take your profits. To me, this looks like just another, if you want to look at like Wyckoff, accumulation, this, that, and the other thing, okay? Just, you guys got to understand, this whole waterfall drop can easily play out. It can easily happen to you. And I don't want you guys to get caught out and be wondering, oh my God, should I sell my bag? No, if we see another bottom, buy, wait it out. I should have told you guys just to hold out this whole cycle, because now you're worried that it's just suddenly gonna spike. I do not see this spiking event. I see a drop. This is what I see, a drop. So, I mean, God forbid I'm wrong, but even still, I will tell you to enter these positions in which trade you can trade within the safe zone. This is all dangerous accumulation. They will wick you out, you guys. Please. They will wick you out. You won't even understand it. So I don't care that Bitcoin runs up here. It doesn't really matter. To me, they will still pull down these markets in order to accumulate the bottoms. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just be patient. I could go through freaking thousands of different ways to analyze the market, but right now I am not getting jumpy about nothing. I made a good amount of money on this swing up, trading with a stop loss. If we see another bottom, again, I'm going to tell you, trade with a stop loss and make the market move. Watch the market goes on. I'll see you guys.